That is Movsar Evolev versus Hakeem Dawodu. I was shocked when I saw Evolev is a minus 250 favorite on multiple bookies. I'm not saying he's not a good fighter. He's a really good fighter. But when we look at his history here, it's doesn't give you like a surefire example of him beating somebody with the talent profile of Hakeem Dawodu. Now, just to give a little background on both guys, they both have combat sports backgrounds outside of mixed martial arts. Evolev is a master of sport in Greco-Roman wrestling, and while Dawodu has 40 amateur Muay Thai fights and went undefeated 9-0 as a pro. In watching Evolev's fights, one thing becomes clear. He likes attacking wherever his opponent seems the weakest, which, we can't hate on that. That's like what got Georges St-Pierre all of the incredible accolades that he accumulated over time. But what it also showed is that against grapplers like Mike Grundy or Nick Lentz, he wants to strike, and against strikers, he wants to grapple. That's been the way that he's approached his fights throughout his career. And he's really going to need to lean on that master of sport in Greco-Roman wrestling if he's going to follow that trajectory and try to grapple with the striker in Hakeem Dawodu. Now, Dawodu has an 85% takedown defense rate, and that's tested against guys like Zubaira Tukhugov and Kyle Bochniak, two solid offensive grapplers. So, yeah, maybe Evolev is the best of that bunch, but we do know that takedown defense is a strength for Dawodu. If they have to engage in this fight in the kickboxing realm, it's very possible that favors Dawodu. Now, what we can say is that Evolev has a better chance in that realm, the distance striking, the kickboxing, than Hakeem Dawodu has grappling with Evolev. But if Dawodu can do what he has traditionally done and maintain this fight within the striking facet, as he's done throughout his UFC career, he has a good shot of winning, a better shot than his plus 195 odds suggest. So I'm really loving Dawodu as a 2-1 underdog. Even though I have Evolev as a slight favorite on my odds, you got to take the discrepancy in value here. And the discrepancy suggests that Dawodu, man, at plus 460 is really compelling to win a decision. He's not a big finisher. Neither of these guys are. This fight is probably going the distance. And Dawodu is just being undersold. He's a good athlete. He's a sharp striker. He's a punishing striker. And he's good at keeping the fight where he wants it. So to my Evolev enthusiasts, yeah, I think he's a slight favorite, but I don't see value in him at the odds.
Scrap, 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 scrap. I'm mean, I'm fierce, I'm mad, I'm rude. I got that pro fighter attitude. I'm in the octagon with the podcast on. Let's talk about it on Scrap.